That honestly, I already know is going to be like the highlight of our trip because it was just so...
We'll be chilling and having a good time.
And welcome to a very exciting vlog because we're in LA. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am. This is my first time, not just in LA, but in the entire state of California. The farthest west I have gone in the United States is pretty much where I live, in Cincinnati. Like, I don't know what it is. I've never made the move. Just go a little more to the left and I am so excited. And it's so funny because I feel like every human has gone to LA. Like this is nothing special. This is like whatever. No, not for me. Like, I have been dreaming of this and wanting to do this for like ever, like seriously, especially as someone who grew up watching YouTubers. Everyone lives out here. I've seen all the vlogs where people are going to Earth Cafe and the Grove back in the day and Santa Monica. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so freaking excited. We literally just got in like, I don't know, an hour ago. First thing I do whenever I go anywhere, no matter what, first of all, I shower because I'm just disgusting after traveling all day. 2, you gotta change into the hotel robe. It's literally like the first thing, like when we open our door and we're examining the room, like the big moment, like what's our hotel room looking like? I go right for the closet. And if there's a hotel robe, it's going to be a good stay, which, by the way, where we are staying, oh my gosh, I'm going to give you a little room tour. Like, I've never stayed in a place this big. Like, that right there, that's a whole other room back there. And I'm so grateful because Lulus actually offered to fly me out. They're going to be opening their first in-person store in Melrose, I believe. I'm getting acquainted with all of the locations, but opening their first in-person store in a few days, and they invited me out to the grand opening, I guess you would call it, and I am so freaking excited. Like, I'm excited obviously just to explore LA, but you guys know I'm obsessed with Lulus. I've been wearing their clothes for years, and to see like an in-person location, because I buy all the clothes online, like it always had just been an online only store, so I am so excited. And where I'm staying, so this is where they recommended, like I was able to book anywhere within the area, and they recommended, it's called Parc, I believe it's called, Parc at Melrose. It's so cool because it's like a boutique hotel, so it feels like you're in an Airbnb apartment instead of just like a big hotel, and it's actually like a residential area. It's right in between West Hollywood and Beverly Hills. And honestly, it's so dark, you really can't see much, but it's so cool. Like, there are homes right there. We also have a nice little kitchen set up, although I don't think we'll be doing much cooking. We're here so today's Monday, we leave on Friday. This will obviously be an area we are avoiding. Just for fun, I decided to look at the price list, and let's just say this little container is $20. Okay, yeah. So this is the rest of the room. As you can see, we have definitely made ourselves at home already, but it's really cool, and I like all like the artwork, and it even has like a fireplace in here. Very cool. But wait, that's not all, because then in this whole separate room, you have the bedroom, and then Zac is currently taking a shower, but there are like 2 separate getting ready areas in there. Like, it's insane. So tonight, I think the plan is just to like walk around the area a little bit, explore. I mean, it's 6 o'clock here, 6 p.m., but it's 9 p.m. back in Cincinnati, and I go to bed at like 9:30 these days. Like, it's really hard for me to stay up. So I am trying really hard to muster up any strength I have, especially like I can't go to bed at 6 p.m. here. I'd be up at like 1 a.m. So we're gonna muster up the courage. I'm just like, I want to get out there. I want to see what the heck Los Angeles is like. I've watched it on YouTube for so many years. I am so excited to finally experience it. LA night 1, how are you feeling?
How are you feeling? I'm just tired.
Hi guys, I'm
fine.
struggling. I honestly, I'm very proud that I managed to even put regular clothes on. We're just going for the gold with no makeup, natural hair. Lulu's leather jacket, my Skims dress. If I manage to make it like an hour and a half tonight, I will be proud of myself. Are you not tired at all?
I'm ready to go.
So first things first, we decided to explore the hotel a bit, and they had this awesome rooftop with a pool, lounges. It was honestly just a little too cold for us to actually use it though. Like, our weather this trip was beautiful. It just wasn't shorts weather. Like, we were in jeans, light jackets, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, that view was insane. And then we decided to go to, drumroll please, Nobu. I have seen so many people post about Nobu. The famous one is in Malibu, like that's where you'll see a lot of celebrities, but the one here in West Hollywood was still good. I wouldn't go back though. I mean, our meal was like over $100. We barely got anything. And then we went back to the hotel, we watched some Elf, and the next morning I was up and at it very early, which was a theme just because of the time difference, but it was great. I mean, I read my book, I got some work done, and then we went down to the gym, which was a really nice gym, like probably one of the nicer hotel gyms we've ever worked out in, and it was a great way to start our morning. Good morning, guys. It is the most beautiful morning here in LA. Not surprisingly, I've been up for like ever, just obviously with the time change. So I kind of lucked out. I've been up since 4. Zach got up around like 7.
7.
I was worried. I was like, how long is this man going to sleep whenever we go away? That's always my fear. It just, there's 2 different people. Like, you can stay up later than me. So like, that's your time to shine. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
I'm shining.
You're shining. But I am so excited right now, guys, because we are going to Alfred Coffee. I have seen so many YouTubers. By the way, there are probably so many people watching this. Like, what the heck? This is not like, this is like Starbucks. Like, no one cares. But I've seen so many YouTubers talk about Alfred. It's just so exciting seeing these things in person. And oh my gosh, the neighborhood we're staying in, it's so cool that it's actually a neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, not a busy area. Well, I mean, it is busy. And actually, as you can hear sirens, I mean, we're literally like in the middle of it all. But it's cool that there's like houses. I'm sorry, I got excited over nothing, but I'm excited for this. The Alfred we went to today is actually a smaller one. It's located in Glossier Alley, which is located right next to Glossier, which, by the way, oh my gosh, that store is huge. Like, it was so crazy seeing it in person. But yeah, we were waiting for our bagels, and the bagels ended up being a staple of our trip because, I mean, we were spending so much money on food. So just having like, I think this was like a $4 bagel, maybe $4 or $5. Well, actually, I guess Zach was eating a burrito, but I stuck to my bagels, and it definitely helped with the cost of things. So first of all, Alfred was amazing. Like, I actually didn't think it was going to be worth the hype. The coffee was so good, and I got an everything bagel that was just amazing. Zach got a sandwich that was really good.
Got a burrito, breakfast burrito. That was really good.
But now it's Zach's big moment. Do you want to fill them in on what's about to happen, Zach?
We should just be steps away from where they shoot Selling Sunset. Maybe like Jason is like at the Oppenheim group right now and sees me peeking in the window and sees the potential I have to sell real estate in the Mecca. So we'll see.
And the thing is, I watched like part of season 1. I don't even watch that show. It's all Zach, who's obsessed.
Let's go.
But also, guys, low key, I think these are apartments. Like, what the heck? They're so nice. All right, here it is, the Oppenheim group. Zach, this is your big moment. Are you so excited?
Look, it says please keep away from the glass because people look in.
People like Zach. This is where it all goes down.
No.
Hi guys, we are back from our morning walk, and I wanted to give my first impressions of LA so far. Oh, Zach just started the shower, so I don't know if you could definitely hear that in the background. We're just gonna ignore it. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is first impressions. We've been here less than 24 hours and we've only seen West Hollywood basically, but it really has been so crazy to see. Like, there's just been so much buildup because I have almost come to, I don't know why I'm even doing that, I've almost come to LA maybe 10 different times, and every time I play around with flights, I play around with hotels, it always just ends up being kind of freaking expensive. It just is. And for our honeymoon, or our mini moon, like the one we did right after the wedding, we were so close to coming to California. We were going to do San Diego. It just was way more expensive than Miami. And I know Miami is expensive, but it was in the off season. And it's just getting here was a little more difficult, and we didn't bite the bullet. We didn't do it. But now we are finally here. So first impression is that yes, it is very, very expensive. I mean, last night we went to Nobu, which that was one of the spots. I just see everyone always talking about Nobu. So I just wanted to see what was up. We went to the one in West Hollywood. I mean, guys, our bill was over $100. And I just got a California roll and a vegetable roll. Zac got 3 different things, I believe. I mean, he got these tacos where each one was like $7 or $9, and it was the size of his thumb, which, yeah. And I know, like, that's the vibe. Nobu is very, like, small stuff, sharing, like, family style. But, I mean, let's face it, in Cincinnati, a taco that's this big would be like 50 cents. And obviously there are cheaper tacos in LA, especially if you go to like a food truck or an authentic Mexican spot, but I'm just saying it definitely is expensive here. And by the way, like, I'm not complaining. Like, we're here, we know that this is what the price of things is going to be. I personally, just as a human, like, I find it very fascinating, the cost of living in different areas. So that's why whenever I visit a place, I do refer to the cost of living and the cost of food, restaurants, everything, just because I find it fascinating. Like, this isn't me being like, what, LA's expensive, like, this is shocking. I mean, no, like, I obviously, like, I know what to expect. It's just, I find it quite fascinating. Oh my gosh, we also passed the apartment complex that all of the Viners lived in back in the day. I knew it because it's right above the Trader Joe's. So it just, I don't know, it's just been so weird seeing everything. I'm thinking of possibly going to Earth Cafe for lunch. I've been wanting to go here since forever. I need to see what it is like. There's so much to do. And here's the thing, we're not going to be able to do everything. This trip is kind of short, but I figured, you know what, like, let's get a taste of LA now, and if we love it, we can always come back, like, you know? Also, it's funny because I feel like I've been looking at just locals, like the person who was behind us in line at Alfred Coffee, as celebrities. Like, these aren't celebrities, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you live in LA. Like, I almost want to ask every single one of them, like, what the heck is it like? How much is your rent? What do you do? Like, I don't know. It's just, LA is a mythical place to me, and I'm very, very excited to be here. And I'm grateful. All right, this is my day 2 outfit, which admittedly would be so much cuter with little booties, but we're just walking way too much. Like, comfort has to come first, has to be priority. There she is, guys. Earth Cafe. Oh my god. Guys, I can officially say a dream of mine has been fulfilled. I've been wanting to come here for the longest time. The food was so freaking good, and just the overall vibe of the place. I didn't realize it wasn't like a sit down. You order at a counter and then they bring it to you, which I kind of love. Then we made our way over to Hollywood. I did change into my cute little booties, and we were waiting in line. More waiting. Zac did not like the waiting at all, but I will say it was so worth it. We went to Jimmy Kimmel Live. Guys, if you come to LA, I mean, I'm gonna talk more about this in a second. It was the highlight of our trip. It just was so freaking good. Then we decided to bop around, do some window shopping. This is at Zara. They had some really cute stuff. And Zara's good because it's like women and men, so Zac can be entertained as well. Of course, we had to check out some shoes for him. You guys know the drill. Then we saw the tree, and we made our way over to the Belmont in West Hollywood. This ended up being our favorite spot ever. First of all, the food was not crazy expensive. We were hitting up the happy hour deals. And second of all, it was just so good. And the vibes, like the vibes were so immaculate. So definitely our favorite spot. We just got back from our big night out in Hollywood, which a lot of people messaged me when I posted about coming to LA. And they said, don't go to Hollywood, like avoid it at all costs, which, I mean, Hollywood honestly reminded me of just like a very small Times Square where you have like the big lights and all of that, and just a lot happening, to say the least. Like a lot of just craziness all around you. But the reason we went to Hollywood is because we wanted to see Jimmy Kimmel. I was so happy that I finally got tickets to see one of these late night shows because they're free. And anytime I've been in New York, I always apply to get either tickets to Jimmy Fallon, Live with Kelly, really anything, and I always get rejected. I don't know what it is. I never get tickets, and finally they accepted me. So that, honestly, I already know is going to be like the highlight of our trip because it was just so good. Like, it was so much fun being there. Oh my gosh. And the fact that it was free, is insane. It just was cool seeing the behind the scenes. The one thing I will say, guys, okay, so if you ever watch Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, who else? Like Seth Rogen, Seth Meyers, whoever it might be, what you are watching is almost 100% scripted. Like if you watch those late night shows where they have on a celebrity and they're like, oh, like what's happening in your life, this, that, that's all 100% scripted, like 99%. And what they do beforehand is they have a pre-taping. I mean, these are just things I knew beforehand, right? Like they have a pre-taping where they go over everything they're going to talk about. They go over some jokes, and keep in mind, like obviously these are actors, so they're totally prepared. They know how to do it. They're good at it. And it's just, it's scripted. And being there in person, I don't know what it is. And because with the cameras, it can hide things a little bit more. I could tell, like it was so painfully obvious how scripted the segments were. We saw, first of all, John Hamm. And then we saw, honestly, I don't even know this person's name. Coon something. She actually was in Gone Girl. But it was just so obvious how scripted it was because, I mean, as she's talking, or even as Jimmy Kimmel's talking, he's looking down at like a loose script on his desk. But if you're watching on TV, you don't see him looking down because that's when they would pan to her. So you never see that. But no, you saw that. There were also times, for example, when he was introducing this person, I forgot her name, Coon something. He was talking about all of the shows she's been in, and he named one and then like totally forgot the rest and was just like looking down. It was kind of uncomfortable. I mean, most people wouldn't even realize that on TV. You certainly wouldn't, but even in the audience, it was very minor. But I mean, you could tell. Like, Zach, could you tell that he didn't know any of the shows she was in?
I mean, yeah, that was his one, like, Fapu, that's a word.
I think it's like Snapu.
Yeah, Snapu is what I was looking for.
Fapu.
Whatever a Fapu is.
Well, joke's on both of us because the word is snafu with an F. I promise we both went to college. And then also during his monologue, which is what he does in the very beginning, obviously. Well, maybe it's not obvious, but he was like eating his words. And this is something I so related to when I was a reporter. I would just be talking, and I think the problem is you're so focused on what's happening next, you just miss an entire syllable. Like, you just, you eat your own words. Like, that's the only way I could describe it. And he did that a lot. And honestly, I'm not, like, an avid Jimmy Kimmel watcher, so I don't know if that makes it into the monologue, if they try to edit it to make it seem better. I have no idea, but I totally related to that. Like, I am guilty. But overall, it was such a good experience. If you ever are in LA, I recommend it so much. We got there at around 2:45, and then we were done by 5:30, 5:40. So it was like not that big of a time commitment. We weren't waiting in line too long, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. Like it was so good. Good morning, guys, from Runyon. We decided to do a little hike today. I'm nervous. I don't know what this is going to be like.
It's going to be a hike. I don't know what surprises we're going to have.
What I'm nervous about is honestly the walk down because I have a history of falling a lot on hikes. When I'm walking down, I don't know. Wow, guys, it's getting crazy already. Okay, so my thoughts on Runyon. As long as you're in decent cardiovascular shape, you'll be fine. Honestly, these views made every single minute worth it. I will say the way down, oh my gosh, like it was not ideal, but I'm glad I did it. Back at the room, just on the balcony, just finished getting ready, and I can officially say I survived Runyon, which honestly, on a difficulty level, it's really not that difficult of a hike. Like, there are way worse. I've climbed worse personally. We did go with the hardest route option. Like, there are many different paths you can choose from. We don't know the next time we'll be back in LA. We decided to really just fully send it. And it was a great way to start the morning though. So that is how I love to spend my vacations. Like, I love being active on vacation, and it sucked so much in Cancun with my foot problem. I literally just sat the entire time and laid like at the pool. Like I love working out and being active on vacation. So this has felt so good. And actually I can come in here to show you my outfit for today. Sorry, our room is kind of dark. There's like a tree blocking all of the natural light, but this is today's outfit. Obviously the key, I need comfy shoes. So these have been lifesavers. They're just like I think they're Adidas. Jeans are from Madewell. Nice little baggy fit. Not the most flattering, but like it's part of the look, you know? And then top is from Lulus. It's just like a tight white shirt. And then leather jacket, Lulus as well. And as for the game plan for today, we really don't have one. We know that we're very hungry right now, so we're gonna search for some lunch and then kind of just see where the day takes us. If you guys are ever in West Hollywood, I cannot recommend the WeHo Bistro enough. Like, it was, first of all, so cute. Second of all, the food was amazing. And then after, we decided to go to the Grove. I had to. I've seen so many YouTubers out and about at the Grove. It's just really cool, great vibes. There was actually a movie premiere that night. And then we did a whole lot of window shopping. A lot of the places, though, honestly, were so freaking expensive. I tried some stuff on, and then I discovered a bookstore. I can never pass up a bookstore. This is probably the biggest one I have ever seen, and it was just a lot of fun walking around, bopping around, and I loved all of the Christmas decor. All right, so we just got back from window shopping at the Grove, and I have a confession to make. The window shopping may or may not have turned into actual shopping. Guys, I had to. We went into Aloe. I have never been into an Aloe store before. Like, I don't even know where their locations are. I've obviously browsed the website. I wondered, are the sweats as soft as they look? Are they as comfy as they seem? The answer is yes. I just didn't even know what to think. Like, I honestly ended up leaving the store, was just like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. And then the next thing I know, an hour later, we circled back. I went in, and I did make a purchase. Guys, I was not expecting to, but like, what the heck? I have to figure out what the name of this one is, because obviously all of their sweatsuits have names. Sweat sets, I mean. I'm gonna link this one below if you guys are in the market for just like a super comfy, but also I feel like this looks like super put together. I don't know. I had to. I also really like the color of this. It's hard to tell because I have my camera light on. Our hotel room is so dark, but it's almost like a tan. No regrets, maybe a little bit, because it's expensive, but I mean, like, it's so soft. And meanwhile, Zach's feet have had a rough day.
My feet are fine. Look at the bottom of them. Look at the bottom of yours.
My feet do look rough. I suffer from calluses, but it just goes to show I work so hard.
Yeah, that's why your feet are the way they are.
Guys, for the record, my feet look fine. It's just the bottoms can get a little rough. Also, does anyone else do this? For the medicine I have to take, I literally put it on my bed after I take my morning pill so that I remember before I get into bed. But, Zach, what are your first impressions of LA?
I mean, we've been here for 3 days now, so it's not really first impressions.
Well, what are your impressions? Gosh, he has to be so particular.
No, I mean, the weather's great, the food's good.
The food is so good.
No, I mean, the food's really good. Coffee's good. Our hotel's nice. I mean, we haven't been on the highway or we haven't traveled that much. We've just kind of been in our 5 mile square radius, so we only had bad traffic getting here.
No, and that's the thing about LA. It's everything's so spread out. Like, I had so many people who were like, you have to go to the Orange County beaches, you have to go to Malibu, and it's just, that would be, first of all, so time consuming, but also it would cost so much money. And to be honest, maybe I'll talk about this next vlog. We're running into an issue that I will discuss next vlog. That's all I will say. Stay tuned for that. It has been a little behind the scenes thing that, yeah, okay. We'll discuss that at a later time. But yeah, like LA, oh my gosh, it's so far. Like, it just, like I said, feels so weird to be here. Tomorrow, I believe we're going to do Santa Monica, which I'm really excited about. And then tomorrow, obviously, is the Lulus event, the whole reason we are here, which I am so excited about. I thought by now I would have passed the store and kind of looked in and seen oh, this is what it looks like. We just haven't really had time. We've kind of just been so go, go, go. So tomorrow will truly be my first impression. I have no idea what to expect. Right now, I don't really know our game plan for the night. I think we're taking a pause right now because our feet really do hurt. We have just been, yesterday, we almost hit 20,000 steps. Today, we're right up there as well, just with all of the, walking and obviously the hike we did. We're kind of just taking a little breather right now. It's like 5 p.m. and I think we're gonna watch, it's called Squid Games The Challenge. I haven't seen Squid Games. Zac has. He loved it, as did a lot of people. And now they have this new show where, what is it? It's like Squid Games in real life. Like, people are competing.
It's like a reality TV show based off of the Netflix show.
I wasn't expecting to love it so much. Zac had it on the plane, and I kind of just was glancing over, and I just was so mesmerized by what was happening. I ended up popping in an AirPod, and we watched like 3 or 4 episodes on the plane, which was great. And now I'm hooked. So if you guys are looking for a good show to watch, like, it's actually so good. Like, it's so unique. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I think I'm gonna have, for the rest of the night, like a nice off-camera evening. Don't really know what we're doing for dinner or anything, but then I'm going to pick back up tomorrow with a new vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. You have anything to say?
Nope. Good chatting, guys.
Bye.